Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Let me back the camera up because I just got out of a meeting, so I was up kind of close. I'm going to start off by saying the date. Let me take my panty back off. And today is Tuesday, um, November 9th, 2021. A lot of things been going on, moving, shaking, going, and doing, and just being so thankful for everything. Um, I'm starting to learn God's voice. And that's a good thing because normally he will come to speak to me in a way of maybe reading, looking at something. Um, I'll say it's a subtle thing in my head, and then I go read something, and it's like confirmation that man, this was him talking. But today I really felt this nurse to go and talk to this young lady who came into my job with her daughter. Her daughter was just amazing, just an amazing little girl, and I don't know what made us click. We clicked, and it was like, not mom and myself, but the daughter and I. We were talking, and she was just so sweet and bubbly, and it's funny I say bubbly because I gave her some bubbles, and she was just floored by these bubbles, just taken away by them, and she was just so shocked, like, you're giving me these. Wait, for free? And she was like, you made my day. I got something for free. And I just thought that was the cutest thing ever. So I end up, like, anybody who knows, when you come into the job, I will give you something. Go take this, get this, go ahead. And who would have knew her smile got so big and so lovely. And the point of it all was that, wow, kids come with so much, like, love and embracing and everything. And she normally is someone who wraps up like little gifts and trinkets and give it to people. So on a way of her leaving out, of course I invited her to church, and I had to tell the mom, like, yeah, you gonna have to come. You gonna have to be the one to bring her. But yes, I want her. I didn't already adopted this baby as my baby because she was just so pleasant. And so she went out to her car, mom's car, and she got these little gifts, and she brought them into me. It's actually two of them. So I'm gonna finish opening it up. Who would have known? This girl, it wasn't that. It was more so because she does this. She likes to wrap things and then give them to people as she see throughout the day. So who would have knew that she would have given me these? And oh my God. So I'm going to really be floored by it because she didn't know this. I love seashells. It was one of my mother's favorite things, seashells. So now, after I get finished with you guys, I'm going to have to call her. I was more so floored because when she gave me this, her face was so lit up. And I started tearing. And it just brought me to a spot of like, wow, I couldn't believe this little girl was just so amazing, so amazing. And now I really gotta call her because I got seashells. She didn't know any of this, that I like seashells, but wow, now I'm gonna have to kind of find what to do with these when it comes to art. I'm gonna probably put them with my art pieces. Um, but so I guess tonight's topic would be God has a way of showing you love when when you don't even expect it, when you don't even know it's going to happen. Because just this today was like, wow, amazing. Over the last couple of days, I would say it has been so amazing. And remember, I tell you, it's not like the feeling, it's the fact that God is here and he comes up in so many different ways, and how he just speaks to me. It's really, really amazing because, like I said, it may not always necessarily be in words. So yesterday I was explaining to you guys about confidence and like where we felt we were lacking confidence, we were really not. And I'm trying to make sure I tie the two of them together because I'm finding out there is a such thing as a confident love, where you know, and not just the love of your relationship with Jesus and the love that He gives you, but I'm talking about from human to human, us to us, brothers and sisters, spouses, mothers, fathers to children, and everything. A confident love, you know, that I know we don't have to search for that. That's something that's truly given and placed down into us from God. God will give us a confident love. Someone who, not only are we being loved, but we are loving on them. And it's just so amazing to have. It's such a wonderful thing to have, you know we are getting to a different point in our lives with just the growth that we've been going through. I thank you guys all for just, being so vulnerable and going out and sharing your stories and being a part of your own growth. Not running from it, not trying to hide and shelter yourself from it. Remember, I said it's a new feeling for us and it's uncomfortable, but growth is uncomfortable. It's not, growth isn't easy. Trust me, you hear me when I say if you talk to a tree, it will tell you it's not easy. That deep rooted stuff that has to go on is uncomfortable. But I so am proud that we have all our own individual growth spurts have taken place in us. I see it, I know it, I am assured from it. And I thank God for it. I thank God for Him and not only our lives of us getting it together, but our families, our children. Man, it's just amazing of just how the relationships that we thought we lost, we are gaining, new ones, and then God is also restoring the ones that we, had difficulties in. That's an amazing thing. So I want to say tonight will be confident love. A confident love. Remember I said we serve a God that is confident. He doesn't lack in anything. He's abundant in everything. And that's what we have, because if we are made in His image, then hey, that's where that confidence in everything is, and it lies in. So I am going to just make sure I respect and honor His love, by not only Him giving it to me, but we got to make sure we honor and respect it to give it out to others. The genuine trueness of love, the love that, we want for ourselves. The best thing you can ever do is when you feel like your heart is broken, your spirit is broken, is to love. Even when it's difficult, love hurts sometimes. It's very difficult. It's not easy. It's not an easy thing. But nothing in life is easy. I was saying that about the claptrap. You don't want somebody applauding you, giving you fake love, giving you just the affirmations, giving you the oh, I'm going to big you up. You want fulfillment in love. You want trust in love. You want honesty. You want peace in love. And it's a really great thing because all of those things you get in God. And He will place the right people in your life for you to be loved on and to show you how to love. So where you felt like you had a heartbreak, where it was an emotional drain, take it as a learned lesson, excuse me guys, and grow from it. Learn from it. Our breakups, our estranged relationships with children, our up and downs in relationships. Learn from them, learn and deal with the lessons that have to come from them, and see where you can be better, where you can do better. And more importantly, the first relationship in that love we have to do better in is the love of God. You know, that making sure our relationship is tight with him. Go through everything we need to go through. The best relationship I've ever had, and it's new to me, is my relationship with him. I thought I had one when really I didn't. And I will honestly say, our paths won't always be straight. They're going to be the ups and the downs and the arounds and all of that. But the one thing I feel so confident and assured in is that he's there with me. He is there with us. You know, I was saying, God, I want to be bold. I am bold. And I was just reading in his word, Ephesians 6, about how we have to be bold. Be bold. Let me find my Bible, because I read the armor of God every day. That's something that I make sure I equip myself with every day. So we got to put the armor on, because we are fighting against principalities out here that are deep, you know, you talking about ruins. You're talking about decayment. Like my girlfriend and I were talking yesterday. She my sister. We were talking about yesterday when I said protect the core. We have to protect the core of our lives. Protect the core meaning of everything. The core meaning of our lives. The core meaning of our relationship with God. The core is something vicious for us. We got to protect it, because if we just let anything in, before we know it, we are falling apart. We are decaying. We are breaking down. We are, we all are vulnerable. Whether or not we choose to live our lives out in the open, or even if we hide in the dark, everyone is vulnerable. Everybody is susceptible to something that happened. It's called life. But it's a difference when you didn't acknowledge it and you come out into the light to say, hey, I want to be able to change. I want you, God, to take over my life. I need help. I don't want to live in dysfunction. I don't want to live in bitter. I don't want to live in hurt. I'm tired of having the mask on. I'm tired of living fake and phony. I found for myself, I blew up and gained massive amount of weight. This journey for me, I'm going to be real in it. I've gained a lot of weight back. I lost a lot of fear. I gained boldness and just a genuine clean heart. I lost relationships that really weren't meant to be. I gained relationships that are really there for God's reason. You know, I gained so much. So even when I was like, God, I'm up and down and lost weight and up and this and all of that, I had to say, I'm thankful for it all. I'm thankful because in the midst of all that, he's shown me tools on how to deal. And that right there translates and go back into that confident love, that conviction love too, because God convicts us and he tells us exactly how it is and how it needs to be done and all of that. And that's love. We got to not look at that as that's wrong. If God is speaking to us to correct something, to deal with something, to make sure that we are handling it, that's conviction. It comes with just a wonderful thing when he's telling us to get it together, do better. All right, you seen where you did something wrong. Now this is how it needs to be done. Go back and right them wrongs. Go back and apologize if you have to apologize. And remember, apologies are one, definitely for God. He wants to make sure that, are you living up to what he needs you to do? And we got to let things go, and we got to apologize for our wrongdoings. The apologies are not only for the person, but more so for God and for you to be like, okay, I can open up my mouth and actually do, apologize. And how about this? The apologies that we give out to people, we also have to forgive. And watch how God transform your confidence in love. Watch how it just transform people who you may have thought you had a grudge for. I'm never going to forgive. I am never going to love them like how I did. Nope. You're going to transform. Go admit wrongs that you have done. Go out and forgive. And watch how better your life will be. Watch how more peaceful it will be. Watch how God is going to transform your life. And you were like, all of this because I literally dealt with things. I literally forgave and truly forgave. Where your mind was all scrambled and all over the place, it won't be anymore. So I'm going to just read a little bit of why I speak on boldness. And that's Ephesians 6. And I want to make sure that I am finding, because we all know about the armor of God. We all know about it. And if you don't, I'll go over it. It's the belt. Okay, so I'm gonna say it is, therefore put on every piece of the armor so you will be able to stand and resist the enemy in the times of evil. After the battle you will be standing firm. Stand your ground, put on the belt of truth and the body armor of God's righteousness. For the shoes, put on the peace that comes from the good news so that you will be fully prepared. In addition to all of these, hold up your shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. Put on the salvation as your helmet and take up the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Pray in the Spirit at all times and on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayers for all believers everywhere. And pray for me and pray for me too, as God, ask God to give me the right words so I can boldly. This is where I was like, wow, God, this is kind of like, this is what made me come on today and have it for the confident love of, so give me the right words so I can boldly explain the mysterious plans that the good news is for Jews and Gentiles alike. And I am in chains now. Still preaching this message as God's ambassador. So pray that I will keep on speaking boldly for him as I should. So it was both the boldlies from verse 19, Ephesians 6:19, and then Ephesians 6:20. And that last line really got me. So pray that I will keep on speaking boldly for him as I should. As I should. And that's what we have to do. Speak boldly with it. Speak boldly of him. Speak boldly of what he is doing in you. This is not us. I can tell you this is not me by any means necessary. This is God. And I thank him. And how I know it's definitely him is when I have that stillness in my body, in my stomach, in my core. And I can't afford to have anything mess that up. Not even myself. So I'm going to give God all his glory for this. All his glory for me speaking boldly and speaking for him as I should. And so should you. Give him his glory. There's no better way for me to end this other than saying God be the glory. To God be the glory. You guys have a great evening. I love you. I thank you so much for coming on, liking, sharing, and commenting. Make sure I'm going to put the link and everything in at some point. I'm going to try to do it tonight so you guys can start joining on the Instagram side for the Monday night questions. And I love you. Have a good one. Bye now.